Back on June 26th, the town of Norwood enjoyed a once-in-a-lifetime experience when the Boston Pops came to town to perform on the Norwood Town Common. A big reason this was made possible was a generous donation from Chris DeGise of DCD Holdings. General Manager Tony Mazzucco and Selectwoman Helen Donahue sat down with Chris right here in the NCM studios to thank him for a day the town of Norwood will never forget.
Yeah, so my father was in Florida with a friend, Stu Ravik, and they just got to talking about it, and it'd be great if we could do something special for the town of Norwood. And just through them talking, they're like, well, what if we did the Boston Pops? And so at that point, Stu, I think, must have reached out, and he was kind of the, not instigator, but person that kind of kicked it off and got the idea going. And once we heard about it, we're like, this is awesome, hands down, have to do it.
Was the Boston Pops, and it was the full Esplanade Orchestra. It was Keith Lockhart, the most famous current leader of the group. And then we added on Paul Alberta, the director of music in Norwood, and he built the Norwood program for music. And
That's awesome.
Kyle, what is Kyle's last name?
Leonard.
Kyle Leonard, who was a high school student, who is now given the opportunity to perform with the Boston Pops.
That's awesome.
So,
That's amazing.
It really did, Chris, it's important. We want to make sure you know this for 30 years was a dream deferred, and it was a dream realized because of your generous donation, and the town is very, very grateful for that. There were between 5,000 and 6,000 people on the town common, which when you look at it in sheer terms of numbers, 1 out of every 5 residents in Norwood was on the town common at one given time. We were all a little nervous about that many people being down there, but people filled in and it was great. A lot of the businesses that are normally closed on a Sunday opened up. They had some outdoor food areas and beer gardens, so a lot of the businesses did great business that day as well. And the show went off without a hitch. We were a little nervous about the giant 40-foot stage being on the central street there in front of the town common, but they were able to come and get it set up, and it was quite an impressive sight. If you look at all the different cities and towns where the Boston Pops play, you'll never find them in a small suburb like Norwood. They almost never play a venue like this, and we were able to get them here due to your generosity. And it was, I think the term we use is it was really just a perfect day in Norwood and a dream come true.